if there's a Judah.
Yes.
And that's also applied to the EFCC.
I was telling somebody the other day, because we want to certainly see our officers operate at the highest standard. That's true. But you won't say because there are rogue officers and if you want to safeguard Abuja now because there are police officers you think they are not doing things properly, then the first thing you want to do is to kill the entire police. Abuja will become much more unsafe.
Exactly.
So you are not going to use. So the idea is this: Nigerians are in most cases not even aware that if there are rogue operation or operation you do not trust, you have avenue to report the matter to even EFCC themselves, not just taking whatever narrative to the social media.
The problem is taking, when you say taking the matter to EFCC themselves, you are bound not to get results because who are the people? These people, they said they call it the spirit of SPD call. They found out protecting themselves. Sometimes the social media, you cannot help but
let me tell you. You see, if what we see from Olukayode since he came on board now, I mean, apart from the flashes that Malami said he has a document indicted, where Olukayode was indicted, I don't know what Malami had to wait until himself was indicted before telling us that Olukayode was indicted. Up till now, we have not seen that. But apart from that, if you remember, when Olukayode assumed office, he sacked, I think, about 26 officers or so.
Yes.
He's the first EFCC chairman to even went ahead to kind of file charges against them. We've never heard that these officers were sacked or anything like that. So I think
was it EFCC or the DSS that did that?
EFCC. Look at it.
See, the problem I have with Olukayode, you see, when you say that Malami, it's an open secret that when Malami was holding sway, EFCC was probed. The chairman, Mangu was removed, and Olukayode was indicted and also removed, and the Doxman
was suspended.
Whatever it is, when Tinubu came aboard, he was reinstated and made the chairman. The truth remains that this same Olukayode, in as much as he's doing good job and all of that, apart from the night raid, there are things also that we can also hold Olukayode accountable. For instance, the former governor of Kogi State, whom the FCC declared wanted. Wait, before you stop, who came to the office and then Olukayode said the FCC could not arrest him because when somebody is declared wanted, what does that mean?
Okay, you see where we are trying to get, because one, we want to divide our Nigeria into those who want a better Nigeria and those who don't want a better Nigeria.
Sure.
Now, the only problem we are facing, as much as we are looking at the challenges, the hard task that the chairman has to do, you notice that Nigerians are only interested in even destroying the people helping us to even, let me tell you, when was, without, if you remove the work of Olukayode is doing in general, I'm acknowledging their imperfection. There's nobody that fires against the EFCC. I think I'm the one that releases firepower against them because of their mode of operation. But if at the end of the day, we do not trust that EFCC can probe any cases about their offending officers, any cases about their method, then we'll not take it to social media. Is this social media that will hold them to accountable? What I'm trying to draw the public attention to is that there are areas, there are methods to report all these offenses. You think, look at the promise of you prosecute Yahaya Bello. It's also on the pipeline. Mind you, there is a record, because most times we just try to, we don't really balance things. Because everybody wants you to talk against Olukayode, talk against the EFCC. Yes, we are doing that. They just granted Yahaya Bello bail to attend Hajj, and EFCC have filed I don't know if I should call it a counter against that. Appeal against that. That they don't want it. So now, is it EFCC that will convict? Because that's where I'm going.
Yes.
Where is the position of the court?
You see, before
high-profile cases
before you get to the court, well, let's call it spade.
Yes.
In as much as we acknowledge EFCC that are doing a very good job under the leadership of Olukayode, it fact remains that they had a lot to do within. Because it is a saying that you don't come to equity without your hand being very clean. if within EFCC there are bad eggs, I think the first thing Olukayode should do first
that's what
is
we're
to
telling,
clean up his house. Let me, before you see, they should stop this attitude of employing people recommended by politicians, or that they should do thorough background checks.
No, let me tell you, maybe because of some information I also have. Because
maybe I don't have.
Yes, you see, when it comes to staff activities, EFCC has made it clear with, because I was listening to Olukayode himself last 2 weeks when he was challenging anybody, but Nigerians don't do that. That is what I'm saying. If you have a case, there's their app called Ego Eye. You are able to witness this kind of their operation, or you even see EFCC staff living above his means, or EFCC staff that owns a house that his salary should not buy. Snap it, bring it, report it. Then when you have reported it, if it is not attended to, because we can't do social media thing and at the end of the day you wish it away, it doesn't really bring results. How about Nigerians start taking it more seriously?
You see why the social media.
Make a formal report.
You see why the social media is important. Yes, today you are talking about taking the matter to social media. It brings it to the. You see, it's another way of bringing it to the attention of Olukayode.
But that's not a specific case.
You cannot wish it away. So that is, if it comes to his attention, then he should be able to examine his staff, because the truth remains that most of the EFCC today, they are living above.
Yes, that's what we're saying now.
So, but for you to get what you are saying, for you to get the clear details,
exactly,
it is difficult. So the social, that's where the social media comes in. With the social media, if the EFCC is serious as an organization, they start scrutinizing their staff and see whether the car they are driving to the office, the house they are living in, whether their salary can afford it. You don't need to.
But I think what will help us to, because we want EFCC to remain, possibly doing the work they are doing. What will help us to refine the system is if anybody finds any evidence essentially about living above your means, Gestapo operations not approved, because in some cases some operations can be approved when maybe the suspect is going to destroy the evidence. The court can approve that kind of Gestapo, but it's on the
right case. You say the court,
but now the court.
So
now I'm coming. That will help us to refine the agency to be the agent the way we want it. It's not only social media game. It's about reporting reporting. You will say, oh, this the name of this officer that I know. He's using so Mercedes Benz that is sold for so amount. Look at his house, so that matter can be very specific, not just a generic statement. It's not helping the nation.
You see, yes, in as much as I agree with you, yes, the social media cannot be wished away. It's one of
we're not wishing it away. We want just results.
We are in an era of technology, you see, and social media is become a very important tool in bringing out information from secret places. You see, when you talk about their clandestine operation, that if it's approved, can you say that when EFCC go to nightclub and start harassing people in the name of trying to arrest Yahoo boys, like what happened in Anambra State when the medical doctor had to, a young man had to lose his life. At 3 a.m. you carry out a sting operation. Will you say that?
So those are the areas.
So when it is only through social media that this can be brought to the attention of the chairman of the EFCC.
We are not saying we shouldn't use social media. So we are saying
to get the evidence, because you see, this country, both of us are in this country. The law enforcement agents know how to intimidate the ordinary person.
No, you are not getting me. We're looking at the results.
Yes, what I say that we should find a way of getting clear evidence and bring it before the authority. So that if the authority doesn't take action, we should blame them.
Exactly.
But I am saying, in as much as that is the right way, but we cannot get to that way. There's another way to it. The social media should be the variety tools that we should use at this moment until we be able to get those evidence that we take to the right.
Okay, when you just talked about the operation in Anambra State, I was very, very vehemently against that. I do not see why a raid will happen in an unholy hours without any court order, and also getting into a hotel, tearing the rooms open. A lot of people sleep naked, and because you are looking for a Yahoo boy, whom you are not sure,
hotel is a resting place.
Whom you are not sure,
somebody went to hotel to take his
yes, whom you are not sure the specific Yahoo boy that is even there. that Yahoo boy have not been scanned. If you are going to do any kind of Gestapo operation where you are only doing it so that the suspect does not destroy the evidence, there has to be a court order on a specific person on a specific time, and that should
specific location.
Yeah, location. So this is what we are also saying, that the chairman himself needs, if he needs support of the people, because to the best of my knowledge, I think the EFCC Amendment Act is before the National Assembly. So to get the support of the people, so that we won't join those who are looting this nation to say this, kill the police, kill the EFCC. Meanwhile, their reason for saying kill the police and kill the EFCC is because they are
for them to have a free
ride.
Yes.
You will use because of rogue officers to destroy the entire police. We still want our nation.
Yeah, that's why we are recommending to the EFCC that going forward, they should clean their house, and anybody they must employ, no matter who is recommending, they should do a background check to ascertain the person's character and his integrity. Because this is you see, the EFCC is like, they are
and also, so that we get all this is very clear to the public, I would like, if you have a copy of that indictment from Malami that indicted Olukayode, the public need to know who is their chairman. They need to know. If you have that report, I would like to see it, to look at it and see the indictment against Olukayode. If it is, I've not found that document in public space. I only got to hear about that indictment the time Malami himself was arrested. I was wondering what he was waiting for, to because he said that Olukayode should recuse himself, that they cannot try him. If you look at it, the importance of EFCC and the need to actually support and also correct the current leadership where they are not meeting up, is because, just look back, without EFCC, who would arrest former Attorney General?
You see, it's not question. You see, we have the police, we have the ICPC, and the rest of them. What we are saying here, that
have they been doing that?
Yes. So, if you do your investigation, you find out. So there are so many cases everywhere. So we should. It's the one that come to the public domain that you are aware of. If you go to the ICPC, you will see plethora of cases involving former, government officers. It is not just going to the media. That's one of the problems the FCC, have. You are complaining that we are taking their matter to social media. They too, they believe in public, social media trials. So what is good for one is good for the other. So yes, we want to support the FCC, but like I said before,
which is support Nigeria.
Yes, the authority of the FCC should do a thorough job. The people they are employing, they should look at them critically. What is their full package, their character, their contentment, their integrity, and because somebody who is doing such work should be somebody who is content to what is receiving, and not somebody that can easily be swayed with
when the voices of those who loot, for example, Yahoo boys people. If you remember the last time we discussed about P2B, trying to say the Yahoo boys should redirect their energy and things like that. I said somebody like him should be careful when he makes statements like that, because Yahoo boys can think is an endorsement of crime. There's no reason for anybody to get into crime, because one, the criminals at that young age shows that we're not going to have the future as a country. So when you see agency coming up like this, and certainly you have political enemies and all that coming out, and in the name of having rogue officers, in the name of having, you just started with that, say even Jesus Christ have Judas. In the name of having rogue officers should not be the reason why we would destroy an agency that its primary motive is to ensure there is no corruption here. Because lack of corruption ensures that our economy is functional. It ensures that our democracy is thriving. And when you now join, if you are not careful, you see yourself taking sides.
You see what I would say.
Criminals.
You see what I would say to this: the agencies should prove themselves. They should show reason why the public should trust them. The agency are the one that is making the public to have a distrust of them.
Okay, let me check if you. I think earlier, I think that was last year. They had over 3,325 received petitions. About 2,657 of them was accepted. They had conviction of over 747. Who are those convicted? I am coming. They are also working, and also that this is the reason we kept saying that appointment of the heads of EFCC should be removed from politics. These people, no matter how you look at it, they also are operating under politicians. Why is there no way for us to make them more independent, such that at the end of the day, nobody, even the EFCC, should not be scared that the act is going to be changed and things like that, or I'm going to be appointed by so person, and because I'm appointed by this, I'm not going to try the person. Malami himself, that is being tried at this time, was the one supervising the EFCC in the last dispensation.
You see, that's why we have the National Assembly, and the good thing is that the EFCC Act is before the National Assembly. Those who are there were a representative of the people there. They were well scrutinized before they are elected. So they should do the needful. They should make the EFCC more independent and more robustful and more, acceptable to the people by the law that we established by reason of this amendment. Once that is done, all these are stories.
All right, I think that brings us to the end of this discussion. EFCC can do better. Opening people's hotel rooms and while they are sleeping should not happen. If there is anything that is going to make you to carry out any Gestapo style of operation, it should be authorized by the court, and it has to be on a specific person or persons, and where they are lodged or where they are sleeping. You can work with the hotel owners. Let them give you a kind of information on KYC. So this person you are looking for, this Yahoo boy, is actually here, not just get into any hotel, but tearing the doors open or shooting in a gangster style. EFCC should not be doing that. Like Philip said, our chairman, Ola Olukayode, people want to support you for as long as you are doing the right thing. As long as Nigerians can believe that the only reason why you are working is for them, they will continue to support you. And where you are also not doing well, we'll continue to bring it to light. We'll be right back.